morning. My name is Vincent Kieran, and I'm the Dean of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies here at the Catholic University of America. Welcome to our diploma granting ceremony. Please remain standing while the Boy Scouts of America's Washington, D.C. chapter of the Order of the Arrow presents us with the American flag.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Well, good afternoon again. My name is B.J. Burricker. I'm the Associate Dean of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies, and we're delighted that you're here. As we begin, I would like to introduce Father Eric de la Peña and ask him to the podium to open us in prayer. Father.
I'd like to begin our celebration this morning with a reading from the letter of Paul to the Colossians. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, as in all wisdom you teach and admonish one another, singing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs with gratitude in your hearts to God. And whatever you do, in word or in deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. We pray, blessed are you, Lord our God, creator of all that is, everything in our experience, the world in all its beauty and wonder, life in its abundance and variety, the mysteries of the human mind and spirit. Everything reflects the creative power of your hand and the vital beauty of your heart. Blessed are you, Lord our God, creator of all that is. You are blessed in your children, in their talents, ingenuity, perseverance, energy, and wisdom, which we have witnessed in the graduating class of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies. All of them are sparks struck from divine fire, kindled in minds and hearts, shaped by your care. Blessed are you, Lord our God, creator of all that is. It is your hand and heart and fire at work when our timidity and prejudice are shattered by courage, vision, and integrity. When cold and implacable ignorance yields to truth, when our narrow comfort and complacency are enlarged and shaken free to encompass the multifaceted, wondrous diversity that your loving design reveals. Blessed are you, Lord our God, creator of all that is. You have brought us to marvel the beauty of this day, a day when we celebrate our graduates' achievements gained through hard work and dedication. May you be blessed, Lord, in all they have done, and bless each one of them as they receive their diplomas today, through Christ our Lord.
Good afternoon on this beautiful, though somewhat warm day. As I already introduced myself, I'm Vincent Kieran, Dean of the Metropolitan School. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all the friends, family, and alumni here today. In addition, I'd like to take a moment to introduce and welcome members of our honored faculty who are joining us here today. And as I read your name, please just stand up for a moment so folks know who you are. Denny Austin, Eric Fontaine, Leon Hutton, Roy Littlefield, Valentina Okaru-Basant, Mary Rory, Sheila Wexler, and Cheryl Wood. Without their expertise and good spirit, we could never do the kind of work that we're able to do with our graduates who are with us today. And of course, we do want to honor our very accomplished graduates who we'll be talking about in great detail in just a few moments. On behalf of all of us, including our students, I also would like to warmly welcome 3 honored guests, Mr. Vincent A. Sheehy IV, his wife Mimi, and Tricia Sheehy Malloy. The late Vincent A. Sheehy III, father of Mr. Sheehy, and Ms. Malloy was a long-standing patron of our school, generously providing financial support for many of our students, including some who are graduating today. On behalf of all who have benefited from your father's unstinting generosity, I welcome you to today's celebration. The Metropolitan School of Professional Studies seeks to assist working-age students to develop themselves academically, emotionally, and spiritually so that they can grow more fully into the special individuals that God has created them through eternity to be. With the degrees that they will receive today, our graduates will be better able to advance in their current careers or may be qualified to switch to a different career. All of us here at Metro are privileged and honored to have collaborated with today's graduates as they work towards their degrees. However, as any of them will readily tell you, getting to today has not been a quick or easy journey for them. College coursework is rarely easy for anyone. Stir in the complications of holding a full-time job, family responsibilities, the personal demands of being a working student, and the course-by-course journey toward degree completion for non-traditional students requires even more persistence and dedication. Sitting before us today, these graduates demonstrate that they have that persistence and dedication, as well as intellectual accomplishment, and we are all enormously proud of them. Of course, they would not have been able to finish without the loving support of their friends, family, and coworkers, many of whom are here with us today. Graduates, please join me in showing your appreciation of them. Please stand, face them, and offer a hearty round of applause. Now I would invite Amber Androsky to the stage to offer a few remarks about Dr. Vincent Sheehy III. Amber earned a Bachelor of Arts in Management and completed her degree in fall 2017. Amber.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, respective families and loved ones, and esteemed staff of the MSPS program. I am speaking before you today because I'm one of the fortunate recipients of the Sheehy Scholarship, as are many other of the MSPS students, of the MSPS graduates here today. I will share with you my personal story and how the Sheehy Scholarship enabled me to further my education, ultimately leading me to become a graduate amongst all of you today. It is important to me that I begin by first paying tribute to the Sheehy family. The root of their scholarship fund traces to the late Dr. Vincent Sheehy, who graduated from CUA in 1951 and served on the Board of Trustees for over 10 years. Established in 1993, the Sheehy Scholarship has touched the lives of over 1,200 students, including half of the MSPS students proudly crossing the stage this afternoon. Dr. Sheehy's gift has been generously continued by his son and family, who carry forward his commitment to education, devotion to Catholic University, and dedication to making CUA available to adult DC residents. Dr. Sheehy shared this goal specifically with the MSPS program, the aim of which is to create an environment for adult students to return to school to complete their degree while maintaining their work and family responsibilities. I personally relocated to Washington, DC in September of 2010. Having learned of the MSPS program here at Catholic, I found it to be the perfect opportunity for me to finally complete my degree, which I had started years before. I immediately enrolled spring term of 2011. However, after completion of that term, I found myself in the same financial struggles as in years past and was unable to register for the following term. Taking yet another undesired break from school, I had saved enough by 2016 to re-enroll. At this point, I only had 2 semesters remaining. My biggest fear was that I would find myself in the same financial struggle and not be able to subsequently enroll for my final semester. This is when I learned of the Sheehy Scholarship, and I immediately applied. The day I received my acceptance letter was one of the proudest and most grateful I've had. It solidified my path to earning my diploma and ensured the days of new and better opportunity were right around the corner. I want to again thank my family and my loving Sergio for their continual faith and support, express my deepest gratitude to the wonderful staff here at MSPS and to the program itself. May it continue to grow and to strengthen lives. And to the Sheehy family for their generous contributions and commitment to CUA. One cannot count the number of lives they have changed, nor will continue to change in the future. My story may be unique, but our commonality is that all of us here have overcome setbacks and challenges of one kind or another, and find ourselves together today at our diploma ceremony. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
Amber, thanks for your comments. Next, I would like to invite Consuelo del Pilar Matos to the stage. Consuelo earned a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies degree and will speak about our recipient of our Faculty of the Year Award, Dr. Mary Rory.
Good afternoon, students, faculty, and families. My name is Consuelo Matos, and it is with great privilege to announce the Metropolitan School's Faculty of the Year Award. My fellow classmates and I have traveled this long academic road, and although it was not an easy road, as it was filled with hectic moments, rushing from work or home to make it to class, and long nights completing assignments, we made it. Knowing that my fellow classmates and I have dedicated our time and commitment to our academic success certainly fills us with pride and fervor to keep on moving. So let me congratulate our efforts and let us applaud the class of 2018 for our great accomplishments. We couldn't have accomplished all that we did without the excellent professors and staff from Catholic University Metropolitan School of Professional Studies. All their patience and willingness to stand behind us certainly led us to this great success. Speaking of excellent professors, it is with a great honor and joy that I announce this year's Metropolitan School's Faculty of the Year Award winner, Professor Mary Rory. Apart from being a professor at Catholic University, Professor Rory is also a program director at the National Institutes of Health's National Institute of Nursing Research. Professor Rory's method of teaching focuses on providing her students with an opportunity to utilize their critical thinking skills and to allow for discussion while providing positivity and encouragement. While teaching, Professor Rory is unpretentious, spontaneous, and real, and believe me, she will not hesitate to tell it like it is for the goodness of her students. And being real allows her to encourage her students every step of the way because she has been there, she knows our plight, and she knows that sometimes the journey to reach our goals is not an easy one, but once we get there, it is worth every sweat and tear. To be in Professor Rory's class is to be in an environment where you will be heard and acknowledged as an intelligent person who can achieve greatness. By answering her students' emails, grading fairly, providing positive feedback, and being totally transparent, she lets her students know that indeed she cares. Thank you, Professor Rory, for your words of encouragement and your opening and closing thoughts at every session, and for allowing your students to believe they could rise high. Your words of encouragement will Follow us always. Please join me in congratulating Professor Mary Rory.
First, we have a plaque for John.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here today. I am just overjoyed. So if I cry in between, don't let it bother you. Now, I'm supposed to get up here and say something positive and enlightening, and I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to take this opportunity for us all to stand. Please stand. And I want everybody to be quiet for like 30 seconds as we honor the people who helped us get here, who are not physically here, but they're in a great place watching over this ceremony. And I'd like to shout out my brother, and I would like for you all to shout out whoever you love as well. John. Okay. Thank y'all so much. That's important because they're here with us. I am both honored and humbled that I am being honored here today as Faculty of the Year. I first want to give thanks to God, all of you, the students, CUA MSPS staff and leadership, my mom, my aunt, my sister, NIH, my uncle, National Institute of Nursing Research Support Team, David, Michelle, and Jonathan. Our jobs are to get ours. And when I say get ours, I mean get our education, do a good job, be a good person, be a positive role model, and to pass the torch so that others can get theirs too. And it's just the right thing to do. And I tell my students that on the first day of class. You know, you come to my class, you get the syllabus, and it's like, okay, what is she up to? Not much. You gotta come to class. I don't care if you get an A on my test, I will fail you if you don't come to class. You gotta come to class because that's the only way we're all gonna learn from you. We can't get enough from just me. Everybody is a professor. Everybody is a faculty member. Everybody can do this, trust me. Also, we should advertise that getting an education, learning, sharing, caring, giving, and teaching is sexy. Just like a rap star or a movie star. This education is cool. It's a wonderful thing. Can you imagine working on something that'll actually keep you here for 100 years plus? That's sexy. We'll still be here. Most importantly, it's loads of fun. Every opportunity that you have, you should be the best that you can be so that others can see your light and want to not only shine, but outshine you, causing a domino effect on the rest of the world. Now let's keep it real, because that's what I do. You will hit some bumps in the road, but don't let it deter you, but turn it into an opportunity for growth. I leave you all with the following thought. Just do it because God, or whoever you believe in, has given you a gift to share and not to hoard. Folks are watching you, so give them something to look at and to strive for. It's not about you, but others that you will impact to do better than you. Thank you so much for this award. This award is for you. You have all earned it. Thank you.
And now the moment we have all been waiting for. We will now present the diplomas to the 2018 class of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies. We now present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Information Technology. Kalisha Angeline Miles Cook. Kalisha, originally from Jamaica, moved to Maryland as a child. She has been working in healthcare for the last 14 years, beginning at Washington Hospital Center and later at Georgetown University Hospital. Her career goal is to continue to provide solutions and positive change to healthcare issues. She has 3 beautiful children and a loving husband that she enjoys spending time with. She thanks them and the rest of her family and friends for their continuing support and encouragement. Netsarab Teya. Netsere, originally from Ethiopia, came to DC in 1995 as an immigrant. He is now a valued Catholic University staff member. Originally, he planned to take some classes at the Metropolitan School and then transfer them to engineering. But after meeting with his very wise undergraduate advisor, he decided to continue his degree in IT here at Metro. He is now working on his master's degree in management. He thanks his dear wife, his terrific daughters, and all his loving family and friends for their support. We now present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. Silvina Cerezo. Silvina chose to pursue her studies at Catholic University because it is the national university of the Catholic Church. She often draws the strength and courage to persevere from the university's motto, Deus lux mea est, which means, God is my light. She now aspires to carry that motto forward in all of her future endeavors. Silvina thanks her wonderful professors, her academic advisor, Tony Boehm, the Sheehy family, her parents, her husband, and everyone else for their support and encouragement. Vicey M. Isbell. Vicey, the 8th sibling from a family of 9, grew up near Catholic University, still resides here, and works locally at a doctor's office in Greenbelt, Maryland. Vicey chose Catholic University because of the flexibility and small classes. She now plans on pursuing a master's degree in counseling. She first of all thanks God, and then her mother Clara, her son Wesley, the rest of her family, and of course her good girlfriends for all of their encouragement. She dedicates this 7-year accomplishment especially to her 2 grandchildren, Chloe and Mecky. Mohammed Kamara. Mohammed, originally from Sierra Leone, won the Diversity Visa Lottery and moved to Maryland in 2010. After completing the professional education counseling program at Catholic Charities, he was inspired by Joe McDonald to complete his bachelor's degree here. Mohammed now plans to pursue his master's degree in human resource management. He thanks the Sheehy family and Riderwood Village for their financial support. He also thanks his wife Khadija Azuma, his sister Manti, his aunt Zainab, and her husband Dr. Yembe Mansari for their support. Consuelo del Pilar Matos. Consuelo, originally from Colombia, South America, migrated with her parents to New York when she was only 1 year old. After earning a degree in textile illustration at the Fashion Institute of Technology, she moved to Miami to pursue an education degree and then came to DC with her husband and 2 sons, Andres and Daniel. Consuelo has been an educator for over 15 years and yet considers getting her bachelor's degree here the best decision she's made. Thanks to her husband for always being there. Ricky Elder Muse Sr. Ricky is very proud to be joining the growing list of Metropolitan School alumni. He has fought an uphill battle as the rest of our students and is excited to be walking across this stage today. Ricky would especially like to thank his incredible and supportive family, as well as for the staff and the faculty of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies. Congratulations, Ricky. Kira Monet Yorkshire Newburn. Kira, originally from the Brooklyn area of DC, has worked at Catholic University for the past 18 years. Being a teenage mother, Kira sacrificed her pursuit of a college degree until her son graduated high school. She wants to be a proving example that it is never too late to achieve your goals. She thanks her family, especially her parents, Mary and Jerome, her godmother, Angela, her husband, Bernard, and her friend, Steve, for their support and encouragement. Uganda Prokopova. Uganda was born in DC and still lives in the area. Through a series of restaurant careers, she found her passion in human resources and currently works as a group manager of human resources for a medical solutions company. Uganda was finally shamed into returning to college by her mother, Deborah, after her mother graduated with honors from our very own Metropolitan School in 2010 with a degree in information technology. Go Mom. She would like to She would like to thank her family and friends for their support and encouragement. Dennis Mitchell Sawyers. Dennis began his undergraduate education at UDC, but after an extended pause has now completed his educational pursuits here at Catholic University. Dennis is married to Kimberly and is the proud father of Carrington, Marcel, and Gabrielle, who are the reasons he gives everything his very best. Working in human resources for about 30 years, he is now Director of HR at the American Society of Hematology, where his work helps hematologists cure blood diseases around the world. Dennis is grateful for all the grace God has shown him because it has brought him all the way. Mark Stephen Subchinsky. Mark was born in Baltimore but has lived in Northern Virginia most of his life. 5 years ago, while working for Employment Enterprises, Mark decided to come to Metro to complete his bachelor's degree. As a result, Mark has expanded and enriched his career and personal life. Today marks a huge milestone in Mark's life as he continues to move forward in his career. He thanks his family and friends and all of his professors who have supported him along the way. We now present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Management. Christopher Lynn Allen. Chris moved to DC from Arkansas in the year 2000 to take a position with Black Entertainment Television. In 2005, he joined the Broadcasting Board of Governors and has been with the agency ever since. He says that his time here at Catholic University has been one of his most rewarding experiences. Chris thanks his loving wife, LaToya, for her support and tireless encouragement, as well as his 4 children for never failing to motivate him to strive for more. Amber Renee Androsky. Amber moved to DC in 2010 to help her sister and brother-in-law take care of their 3 young children. She came to Catholic University to complete the degree she began at Baylor. Amber learned about the Metropolitan School from her brother-in-law, who praised the program for the wonderful opportunities it offers students like her to complete their degrees. Amber thanks her sister Lindsay and brother-in-law George, her mother Lori, father Brad, and her loving Sergio for their continual faith and support. We now present the candidates for the Master of Arts in Human Resource Management. Thaddeus McCulley Crutcher, Jr. Thad earned his bachelor's degree from the University of Rochester. He then served as a bassoonist with the prestigious U.S. Army Field Band. After completing his term of service with the military, he plans to serve in the federal sector while opening his own training and fitness facility. Thad wants to give his deepest thanks to his dearly departed friend Justin Kilgore, who succumbed to congenital heart failure in 2015. Justin was one of the funniest people alive and one of Thad's greatest supporters. May perpetual light shine upon him. Jennifer Gafford. Jennifer lives in Hyattsville with her husband Travis and son Jackson. She has worked for Guest Services Incorporated for the last 14 years and was an HR generalist when she began her studies at Catholic University. She has since been promoted to Employee Relations Manager. Though challenges arose, Jennifer describes her experience at CUA as both enriching and memorable. She thanks her husband, her energetic son, her loving parents, Carlos and Yuriko, and her extended family and friends who provided support and encouragement. We now present the candidates for the Master of Science in Management. David Frederick Dudley. David currently resides in Alexandria with his wife Anlin and beautiful daughter Madeline. He has served the U.S. Energy Information Administration for over 10 years as a quality assurance analyst for the Office of Petroleum and Biofuel Statistics. In 2016, he began pursuing his master's degree to help his family. Through hard work, a little sacrifice, and lots of support, he has achieved his goals. David thanks his parents, Sandy and Greg, for making all of this possible. Jason Desmond Hill. Jason is excited to have completed this leg of his postgraduate journey. As a veteran of the United States Marine Corps Reserves and of Operation Desert Storm, he understands commitment and sacrifice quite well. Upon completion of his tour with the Marines, Jason completed his undergraduate degree at the University of Maryland. He now works in the federal government as a program analyst, project manager, and contracting officer's representative. He thanks his family and close friends for their support these past 2 years, and may I say thank you for your service. Gregory Jones. After completing the Catholic Charities PSEP program for certified addiction counselors, Greg earned both an associate's and a bachelor's degree here at Catholic University. Professionally, he spent 7.5 years in the Air Force, 20 years in the U.S. Postal Service, and has been at the U.S. Department of Commerce for the past 6 years. He is also a credentialed clinical addictions counselor and men's basketball coach. He thanks God, his wife, his parents, the Carolina Missionary Baptist Church, and the staff at Catholic University. And thank you for your service as well. Nargis Moasser. Nargis has an extensive background in media, advertising, and marketing, and is trained in the visual arts and in photography. She now serves Catholic University as a marketing manager. She recognizes that her MSM has already strengthened her skills and competencies. In addition, Nargis is also an active member in the Iranian American community and devotes her time to raising awareness for organizations like OMID Foundation, a nonprofit that empowers disadvantaged, marginalized women in Iran. She thanks her family and friends for all their support. Priscilla Pizarro. Priscilla was born in Viña del Mar, Chile, and immigrated to the U.S. when she was 5. She received her bachelor's degree from UMUC and works at the Inter-American Development Bank. She finished the degree while 9 months pregnant with her daughter Amelia, and shares that we can do all things through Christ who gives us strength, quoting Philippians 4:13. She thanks her mom, her husband Esteban, her children Max and Amelia, and her mom, dad, and sister for their love and support. Clara Marie Sieverding. Clara started at Catholic University in 2017 after completing a degree in business management and psychology at Loras College. Clara has been working at Sedgwick Claims Management Services in corporate social responsibility, diversity, and inclusion since 2015. Clara values her education and relationships from Catholic University and is a very proud alumna. Clara thanks her fiancé Nathaniel Capron, her parents Mark and Sherry Sieverding, her sisters Kara, Grace, Ellie, and Lauren, and her friends, especially Gerard Hugelet. Rosemary Verba Maurer. Rosemary, originally from Cleveland, moved to Seattle with her husband Vinny shortly after starting her online master's program at Catholic University. She is an avid traveler and loves exploring and hiking around the Pacific Northwest. Recently, Rosemary joined a globally recognized consulting firm as an operations analyst for the largest managed account in the Seattle market. Her education has been crucial for both defining and driving her career path. She thanks her husband and her parents for their love and support throughout her entire life. And if I may ask the graduating class to stand one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2018 of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies.
Please remain standing for a moment. We are about to close. After we do, the graduates will process out and they will follow the previously given instructions they've been given about where to go for a picture. I now invite Father Eric to return here to offer us a closing benediction.
Heavenly Father, we have set this time today to honor all our graduates who have successfully completed their degree at the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies. They came here for the pursuit of learning, and as they depart today to bring that wisdom beyond our campus, may they do so with dedication, excellence, and integrity. You, O Lord, have instructed us by your very word and example that greatness comes from being the servant of all. Therefore, we ask you to bless the diplomas they have received, that it may not only serve as a testament of knowledge already acquired, but also as a symbol of their commitment to all the good for which this institution stands. May the diplomas they proudly hold serve as an outward sign of an inward dedication to future growth and responsibility. We also pray that all of us present here today may be blessed and inspired to keep on working for greater human progress, which holds the promise of ushering a brighter future in the history of humankind. May Almighty God bless us all, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Congratulations to all of you.